There's been a real growth of cooperatives across Northern Ireland in the last few years, and that's why we're having a study tour of Belfast cooperatives today. We're going to a range of co-ops. There's a Teachers Credit Union, Northern Ireland Community Energy, who've put solar panels on top of the roofs of community buildings. We're also going to visit Belfast Cleaning Cooperative, which is a workers' co-op of women cleaners.
Tell us basically what a cooperative is in general.
All cooperatives have the same common features. It's always one member, one vote. It's never one share, one vote. They're democratic. Co-ops elect their own board, and they all operate by the principles of the International Cooperative Alliance, principles like open and voluntary membership and concern for the community.
Well, a community share offer is something very particular to cooperatives. Practically, you are asking the community to invest in your project by buying a share. Not, of course, an ordinary share. It's what is called a withdrawable share, so that they are very, very peculiar, in the sense that they maintain and keep the capital within the cooperative, allow the cooperative then to develop. They are ideal for startup capital, to raise the money if you have something that you want to develop in your growth as a cooperative.
The background to our cooperative that we eventually set up was 2008, when the financial crisis started. So we're interested mostly in the trade union thing and trying to organise and get better conditions in our workplace. But increasingly we saw that that step, or trying to do that, was very hard to do, and we just said, well, what if we just went and done it ourselves? To us, the workers' cooperative was a real sort of thing that was really hands-on, something we could immediately start to plan around. There was a learning curve from that there, in terms of we had to find a premises, we had to register ourselves as a business, we had to do a lot of stuff that we had no experience with whatsoever. So you start to reach out then, one of the most important aspects of a cooperative is that other cooperatives will help you. So we'd been in touch with various groups over in England initially, and then we'd found ones closer to here. There was Trademark, which is a cooperative itself, but it works as an anti-sectarian unit as part of ICTU, which is the Irish Congress of Trade Unions. And from that then we'd come in contact with Cooperative Alternatives, which were an organisation basically set up to encourage the idea of cooperatives. Cooperative Alternatives is a cooperative development body. We offer support and help to any group of individuals that wanted to explore the cooperative way of doing business.
We're currently funded with lottery money, and we hope to have other kinds of funding in the near future. One of the things that makes me really passionate about cooperatives is the democratic nature of it. Cooperatives, almost by definition, should be outward facing and kind of peace building, peacemaking. They're good at communication, and they put people before profit, which makes for a more caring organisation. Reaching
out to other cooperatives was a massive benefit to us, especially the likes of Cooperative Alternatives. There was stuff that they could put you in contact with other cooperatives. They could give you that level of experience, or they would actually fund training in those areas. We found then with cooperatives that they had a set of principles that they would adhere to across the world, and one of the most fundamental ones was cooperatives cooperating with each other. To see the most successful examples anywhere in the world is where they do that, and it creates then an economy of its own. If we can, we will try and use cooperatives for any stuff that we're going to purchase or to try and achieve, and in that you build a sort of solidarity economy, and it isn't as cutthroat as you would get anywhere else.
We're working on developing programmes to support rural businesses, food growing businesses, a whole range really. So basically we just encourage groups to approach us with their idea, and we'll find a way to support you. Becoming a member of Cooperative Alternatives means that you get information and advice very freely and accessibly, and you keep informed of all the latest developments.
A lot of cooperatives, what you'll find is that they're community driven, and what the community needs is something that they're going to push forward. We've been hearing a lot about energy, the energy crisis, or what's happening with global warming. So a lot of cooperatives tend to have that ethical drive to solve a problem like that. The fact that it doesn't produce enough money for shareholders, that's seen as an unviable business. Whereas if you flip that on its head, you take them out of the equation, it completely changes the dynamic. And it's something that we'd like to see a lot more of here. You'll see companies that have gone under and they could have succeeded.